I was shocked at his behavior and tried to fight back, but that pissed him off even more, and he threatened to pack my stuff up and throw me out. He wouldn't even listen to my mother, who was already crying because of all the yelling and begging him to stop fighting with me. That was the first big fight that I had with my stepdad. And after a while, I realized that there was no point arguing with him, and that if I wanted a peaceful life in this house, then I'd just have to suck it up and let him yell himself hoarse instead of arguing and make it worse. There were several more instances after that where he'd get triggered by something small and irrelevant that I'd done and start yelling at me about my behavior and how my mother had failed to raise me well. And it always ended with him threatening to kick me out if I didn't change my ways. I learned to tune him out eventually and focus on whatever else I was doing so that I'd be able to resist the urge to argue with him. A few days ago, I'd skipped school since I was feeling under the weather and decided to study at home for a test the next day instead. My stepdad had also taken a day off of work, so we were all home together. I was studying in my room when I heard yelling downstairs and decided to check out what had happened. Of course, it was my stepdad who was shouting while my mother cleaned something up in the kitchen. There were shards of porcelain on the floor, and I guessed that she probably dropped a bowl or something. My stepdad continued to yell at her and how he regretted even marrying her, that he'd never have gone through with it had he known that both my mother